This week, President Biden signed a bill into law aiming to combat hazing on college campuses. Tonight, we are hearing from the parents of a Minnesota man whose tragic story prompted this new law. Mariah Containay sat down with Danny Satuli's family tonight and heard about their hopes for change.
Well, Danny Santuli's parents say if the Stop Campus Hazing Act had existed 3 years ago and if they had known at the time about the sanctions against this specific fraternity, they would have never allowed their son to pledge there.
This is a picture of Danny, his graduation picture.
For more than 3 years,
We just want to create more awareness.
the Santuli family has persevered,
You know, we're just trying to tell Danny's story,
determined to share Danny's story and determined to make a change.
but we do want people to understand that this is real, this is going on, and it can happen to anybody.
In October of 2021, Danny Santuli was a freshman at the University of Missouri. During a night of hazing while pledging to Phi Gamma Delta, a fraternity also known as Fiji, the 18-year-old was pressured to drink an entire bottle of vodka.
When freshmen, are involved in a fraternity at the very, very beginning of their freshman year, they're brainwashed.
That evening, no one called for an ambulance. Instead, fraternity members eventually dropped Danny off at the hospital with alcohol poisoning. He was unable to breathe and in cardiac arrest. His family would soon learn Danny had lost his ability to walk, talk, and see.
It's always difficult to look at pictures of the way it was, but I'm so glad we have these pictures and that we had these really good times.
Danny's family is determined to share his story, hoping that no other family will share their experience.
I did go to Capitol Hill with numerous families that lost their boy due to hazing.
A new federal law called the Stop Campus Hazing Act requires colleges to include hazing incidents in their annual security report. It also creates campus-wide hazing prevention programs and requires colleges to publish prevention policies and name the groups in violation of those policies.
This will really open up people's perspective on what they need to do prior to joining a fraternity or sorority. Like, you need to do research, and they also have to give their research to you.
What does Danny Strong mean to all of you?
He's a tough son of a gun. That's what he is. He's a fighter.
Danny's fight is also his family's, fighting for him and fighting for change.
He's alive for a reason. I think he's going to be the miracle story. It might take 10 years, it might take 5 years, it might take 15 years, but he's going to be the miracle story.
That fraternity at the University of Missouri was completely shut down just a few days after Danny's incident, and the Santuli family is spearheading an effort to pass a bill called Danny's Law in Missouri. The law would protect a person who calls 911 in the event of a hazing incident. Danny's family believes that if 911 was called right away that night, Danny would be in a much different position today.